Now let's work with the font properties. So let's start with the font family. So we've got the index. So let's take about, I don't know, 3. Fair enough. I'm going to okay, so I don't need any image, so I just want to work with my text. So the time, okay, I'm going to stop this, and we're going to do some P elements, up P and then H2. There you go, we are ready to start working H1, P and H2. So we start with the font family. So in the font family, in the font family properties, we go the font family. In the font group of properties, we go font family, and we can start with this. So we've got font family here. So we're going to start with the H1 font family Arial, semicolon, and stop. We're gonna see the difference, and we've got Arial here. So this is quite easy, as you can see. So we can go to the next one. We've got font size, and here, so we've got different kinds of ways we can indicate font size. You've got small, medium, and large. Then you've got X small and extra small, etc. Or you can use percentages. So it says the font size 2% of the parent element, of the parent element's font size. So for example, if the H1 is 32, the H1 is 32, and you put H2 as 50%, is going to be 16, because its parent element is H1, and then you've got length, so you can use the pixels, centimeters, etc. So I found here that there you go. To avoid the resizing problem with Internet Explorer, many developers use M instead of pixels. So the M size is recommended by the W3C. So so the default text size in browser is 16. So 1M is the default, is the current font size. So you can use that. I've never used it, but at the same time I don't really use a font size. But yeah, if they say M is the correct way or the preferred way, you can use this one. So we're going to use something. First of all, we're going to see the percentages, and we can say at the same time the P font size equals 1M, and there you go. And then you've got 2 M's, so there you go, etc, etc, etc. So there you go. So let's go to the other one, to the next one, font style, and you've got normal, italic, and oblique. Let's see the difference here. So this is italic and this is oblique. Well, I don't see any difference. Let's see if there is any difference. I haven't seen anything here, I haven't read anything about the difference, so really we're gonna try it out. And so there you go, and we've got let's start writing down here, and font style italic, Now I get to the oblique. Can I use both? So I'm going to start the first one, and okay, this is what happens with the P, and then I'm going to put it in comment, and I'm going to decomment the second one, and you can see nothing happens. So there you go. So normal or italic. Font variant, and you've got the normal, which is okay by default, and then you've got the small caps. So font variant, small caps, and you've got this, and yeah, I could use so we've got something like this. We've got, there you go. Okay, let's go to this, to the next one, and you've got font weight. Here's what by weight it means: normal, which is normal, bold, bolder, and lighter, and then you've got so it defines from thin to thick. So 400 is the same as normal. So you've got a grades of boldness or lightness or something. So it's quite easy to understand. So go font height. So we're gonna use the 700 is the same as bold. So we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna use 700, to see the result. This is the result. Let's forget the this is the result. Okay, so let's go to bold, and you can see no difference, so it means that they are equivalent. And here's a property I've never used because I don't use my own fonts, but this is really interesting. So this is the font face. You see that this is not a property per se, it's actually like a selector. So what you do, you've got the add font face, and you, let's say, create a font family, or you can give whatever name you want, and then you say, oh, where this font is. So the location of the font. This is a relative location, or you can have like HTTP, you've got an absolute location. So so Internet Explorer only uses EOT type fonts, and then the others use TTF and OTF. So you gotta be careful with that. So what you do is you declare a name for your font, and then you say where it is, and this is, yeah, you use this one. So for example, then you can do something like this, and let's say that we've got in the same folder we've got a file that's called sensation light whatever. So with the P here I can write font family, and then say my first font. So this is just a declaration of the new font, but it doesn't apply it anywhere, because you can see that we haven't applied it to any element, to any tag. It's just a declaration, and once declared, this exists. This font is there. You can use it in declaring the font family of different tags. Of course, if I do something like this, it's not going to work. Well, actually, it doesn't work, because what happens is that it searches for this file. It doesn't find it, so it's going to use the default font family for this browser. So there you go. and there are two properties left, and you can see that they are not interesting. First of all, you've got the CSS here, and you've got the CSS version that accepts these properties. So if you've got at least CSS1, you can have these. You can use the properties, and this is CSS3. Which is the new version, the really recent version of CSS3, so it's not compatible with all. For example, the font face is compatible with all browsers, but font size adjust. You can see that it's only Mozilla, the Firefox, that supports this property, and font stretch. You've got none of the major browsers. That's because the W3C has developed this CSS3, but the browsers have not caught up with the new development. So in a few months, I suppose that we're going to have these properties accepted in most browsers. So this is the end of the font properties tutorial.